After the US brokered Gaza ceasefire went into effect, Israel's military quickly turned its focus to the northern border with Lebanon. Within hours, the IDF launched airstrikes on Hezbollah targets in southern Lebanon, hitting engineering equipment the group uses to rebuild its bases and tunnels near the border. Video footage from the strikes shows explosions along roads and near buildings at night, with fires breaking out as the infrastructure crumbles. The IDF called these actions a direct response to Hezbollah's violations of an earlier agreement, stating that the group's activity in the area threatens Israeli security. This shift shows Israel treating the Gaza pause as a chance to handle the northern front without splitting resources. The conflict with Hezbollah heated up when the group started firing rockets into northern Israel to back Hamas. Those attacks displaced over 60,000 Israelis from border towns and villages. What started as border skirmishes turned into heavier fighting, with Israel sending troops into southern Lebanon to take out rocket launchers and supply routes. A UN deal later required Hezbollah to pull back north of the Litani River, about 30 kilometers from the border, while Israel would withdraw its forces. But Hezbollah has not stuck to the plan fully. Reports point to its fighters and equipment moving south to set up new positions, which Israel sees as a clear breach. In the days leading up to the Gaza truce, strikes had already killed several Hezbollah members and wounded more. The timing of these attacks lines up with the Gaza ceasefire freeing up IDF assets. Before now, Israel had to manage fights on both fronts at once, stretching its jets, drones, and ground teams thin. With Gaza on hold for hostage exchanges and a gradual pullout, the military can zero in on Hezbollah. The strikes target specific threats like machinery for digging tunnels and restocking weapons, aiming to stop the group from regaining ground. Lebanon has reported catching some Israeli-linked spies providing info on Hezbollah, but the IDF frames its moves as needed defense against border crossings. The US is urging Lebanon to push harder on disarming Hezbollah, with local troops and UN monitors clearing out most known weapons from the south. Still, gaps remain, and the pressure from Israel keeps the enforcement going. This push against Hezbollah is a top priority for the IDF because the group poses a larger risk than Hamas. Hezbollah has the range to strike major Israeli cities, putting millions at risk from afar. By hitting it hard now, Israel wants to clear the way for those displaced families to go home without fear of sudden rocket fire or invasions. The main goals include blowing up hidden weapon stashes in civilian spots, eliminating key fighters and leaders, and forcing Hezbollah to honor the pullback zone. In the years of back and forth, Israeli operations have cut down thousands of rockets and disrupted the group's command lines. It also weakens Iran's hold through proxies like Hezbollah, cutting the chance of linked attacks from different borders. The work fits with efforts to calm Lebanon overall, where the army deploys thousands to the border area under UN oversight. Hezbollah holds significant strength despite the hits it has taken. The group counts more than 20,000 full-time fighters, plus another 20,000 in reserve. Iran funds it with hundreds of millions of dollars a year, supporting a once massive stock of around 150,000 rockets and missiles, many with pinpoint accuracy. It deploys drones for scouting and strikes too. Past Israeli campaigns have wiped out tens of thousands of those weapons and thinned out leadership, forcing most forces north or into hiding. Rules on disarmament limit southern operations, and Hezbollah is stronger than Lebanon's official military in terms of gear and experience. Lately, it has leaned into political roles and mixing with locals, but it still slips up on border rules, giving Israel reasons to strike. In short, Israel's actions look like settling old scores while locking in border safety after Gaza quiets down. The group is battered, but capable, and even small moves south could spark wider clashes. Daily strikes continue, keeping the northern truce on edge as the IDF stays on alert for any sign of trouble.